All right, so hopefully we have all the parts we need to put this together. We're going to start putting this thing together here. And then we're going to go ahead and, at the end here, hopefully we'll get this all in the same video. We're going to do a will it run on this. So stick around. And so we're just going to go ahead and get this assembled up. We're going to put it on a hyperlapse here so you guys can watch in fast motion. And then we'll see how this thing runs. So right, anyway, with this motor here, we got these set of orange wires. Very cool. These were swap meet found a while back, and they have this branding on them. Anybody remember these guys? Johnny's Speed and Chrome orange. It's turned kind of pinkish orange. Wires. So Johnny's Speed and Chrome. Check that out, man. So look, they're silicone wires, but they actually do still have, and one thing you always check for is on your wires is you want to make sure that it has copper cores. The copper, if it doesn't have copper core, it might be an issue. Resistor wires are no good. But we have that black distributor. Maybe we'll clean it. I don't know, maybe not. Alright, so we got this thing hooked up to the machine here. We're going to see how it runs. Of course, we got the nice dirty distributor in here. We didn't get really chance to clean that up. We always run it over before we hook it to the hook up the wires to make it start. We always want to make sure it's got oil pressure coming up, because you know, it's a little hard on the new engine if you just run it right straight and get oil pressure on the first crank. So we like to crank it without any spark first, just to kind of get the oil pressure up. before it starts. So it's a little better on the engine that way. We just crank it over a little bit dry. There's no spark right now. Open the throttle up a little bit. It's going to take a little bit with this one because it's got that fuel filter, or I mean the oil filter fill up. So yeah, we got it up to a little bit of oil pressure, so that's about all we need to do for that. All right, so we're going to let the fuel come up here. We've actually static timed it. Got to make sure it's pretty close. Should fire right up, and then we'll time it once it's running. We do need to run this for a good 20 minutes at 2,000 RPMs or better, because it, you know, even though the cam is used, the lifters are new, so we want to break them in together. So that's an important thing. So if you're never broke a new engine in, it's a good idea to run at 2,000 RPMs for about 20 minutes to break in your cam. So. See, we're up to about 20 pounds of oil pressure on crank. Not bad.
Okay. Check our spark real quick too.
Yeah, we're gonna check our spark because we didn't see it fire right away. So should be. Sounds like we got spark. I hear it. Should be timed. We have fuel? There it goes. It's thinking about it. Button. There it goes. Started. Alright. Got a miss. Yeah, we gotta figure out which cylinder's missing, so you can hear it. Listen. Got one misser. We're gonna take it apart real quick and check it out. We'll let you guys see. We're just gonna figure out, run the compression, find out one of the valves might be tight. Who knows? I know we adjusted them, so who knows? We'll check it out in a second. We'll bring you guys back in. All right, we're gonna fire it up here and too far advanced. Retard it. There you go. If it's cranking like that, usually that's. I'll hold the throttle open. Check the cylinders. That's it. Right now, that's what was that?
One.
You ran out of gas or something?
We got gas.
No, it just shut off hard. It shut off hard. It's probably ignition or something. Something just happened. I don't know what happened, but our ignition failed here. Could be this old distributor. I mean, what do you guys think? Think it could be that? I don't know. It ran pretty good with the 1835, but we just figured we'd just run it again just for this. Will it run or, you know, fail or whatever this is whatever you want to call it. It's just the way the life is. This is real reality. We're not doing, you know, fake will it runs. You know, this is what happens when you build a new engine, or you know, this is all used parts. So
what happens when you're working in your own house?
yeah, this is not like a sound like a points are opening and closing. They look kind of caca though.
Condenser.
Yeah, I think the condenser just quit. Are they shutting all the way then, or it's just?
Yeah, decent screwdriver in there, no arc.
Yeah, oh yeah. Condenser just died. Well, I guess a 29-year-old condenser die? Would that be okay? You guys figure? I guess. That's what the reality is. So the condenser just quit. So we're gonna go ahead and find another one, and we'll bring you guys back in a little bit. We'll just look around. It's gonna take us a little bit. I don't even know if I have another one of these, and this is a really old condenser.
We came in current burner and everything, electronic ignition already.
Yeah, I think it's this was the last chance distributor. You know, we just decided, you know, well, let's just throw this one in here because we got it, and not really being able to check it out. So anyway, that's reality. Cap's in good shape, just looks ugly, but we'll find us a setup. Either we're going to find a condenser for this, or maybe I'll just go down and get a e-ignition for it, because I think I need another one. I'm not sure. Might need one more e-ignition. So anyway, we'll talk to you guys a little bit later. So we're going to show you guys a little bit about how to assemble one of these here. If you, let's say you want to use your old W009 distributor. We knew this distributor is in good shape, so I went ahead and just bought this little Empy kit. You know, the one that's better, I guess, is the CompuFire. You know, if you were wanting to spend a little more money, you can get the CompuFire one. And, you know, but, you know, when you have 4 cars to maintain, it's a little expensive. So we go the little bit cheaper route sometimes to take a little gamble. But if you wanted to take a gamble, the Empy one, I've had a few of them. We haven't had too many problems with them.
Not really, no.
So you just pop that in place there. Take your old points out. There's a little Allen screw that comes with it. You just throw that in place. You have to space it right. I can't remember.
No, not on this one.
Not on this one, no. Just put it in like that. It's actually a fairly simple thing to do. If your distributor is tight and the advance is working right, you know, you have to grab the advance and twist it and make sure the springs are all working and all that fine. And you just shove that little plug in the side like that. So this is probably going to be in a separate video for you guys who want to do that, but I'm also going to put this in the Will It Run. Here. Trying to make this so you can reference it later on, you know, if you have this situation. These are a little bit more expensive than points, but you know, it's kind of a one-time. So you just stick that on like that. The instructions are with it, you know. Sometimes it helps just to see it visually be done. You kind of push it down evenly. Shouldn't rub or anything like that. It should just turn around really easily. Like I said, the trick is to know to check that distributor before. Make sure there's no looseness here. Make sure it doesn't rub. And then that's the got a black rotor in there, huh? Empy rotor.
Yeah, change it out.
Yeah. Oh, you had to?
Yeah, the other one was trash, so
Oh.
it was looking pretty burnt.
Yeah, we had just a old Empy one. These aren't not as good. Sometimes this little resistor in them goes bad, huh?
Yeah, the other one was looking
Yeah. So keep that in mind. You know, the Bosch ones are better as far as the rotors go too.
It's starting to burn a little bit at the bottom.
Well, it's burning out a little bit. But yeah, the thing that goes out, like I said, is like there's like a little resistor pack in there or something.
Yeah,
They go all the way out, and then on the Empy ones especially.
Yeah, those will blow right out.
And then put your connectors on, right? Is that it? Then what's this? What's this little guy for?
That's a little clamp. We're gonna add that on here.
Yeah, this goes on right here. Yep. So put that on real quick. Just to keep it from pulling on the wires.
Yeah, we're not using that screw. We're gonna use a stock screw.
Yeah, we use the stock screw instead of the one that comes in the kit. You know, they have one in the kit
I think
too.
it's Phillips.
But it's, you know how these Chinese screws can go. Can be pretty much garbage. So we just stick the screw in there like that. That kind of clamps it down. And what that does is kind of holds it from pulling on the thing. You know, some people may not use that, but we'll just use it since it's in the kit.
Let's make sure the wire is out of the way.
Yeah, make sure the wire is not rubbing on this rotor. You do not want the wires rubbing.
There we go. It's clear.
All right, everything's all cleared out. It's pretty simple. It's a nice little easy replacement if your distributor's in good shape. Or sometimes you do something stupid like wire it up backwards. That just kills it. You know, if you ever wire this up backwards, you know, this goes to the positive side of your coil. This goes to the negative side where the points are. The black wire does. And if you hook it up backwards, you just killed that sucker. And, you know, that's, you know, I guess this was the price here. Shelf price. Of course, I get them a little less, guys. You know, I've always said that. But, you know, because I buy a lot of volume. Buy a lot of volume parts, not because of YouTube. So, anyway, that's it for this portion. And we'll see you guys in the next part. All right, so we're putting the distributor back in. Hooking back up the wires. Hopefully we get them right, you know. Yeah, it's a lot easier when you have those little clips on here, but I used to have those on all the engines. Now they're almost always gone today. But yeah, we'll go ahead and hook up the wires real quick, and then we're going to give this thing another shot. I have to retime it probably and see how it goes. All right, so we gave the valves a quick look because we want to run it for that 20-minute period. And we'll go ahead and get it started again, see what happens. I guess we should check the spark. Got spark, right?
Hold this up.
There you go. We'll check that real quick. I don't hear it.
Spark again.
No spark. Got hooked up the right way, or
Hopefully.
oh, you real bummer. There you go. I was gonna say I don't remember hooking that.
Yeah,
back
we
up.
hook it up. Well, that's
Okay, so we got positive over here.
Well, that explains no spark, Mike.
I was gonna say it should be starting right up. Just got ahead of ourselves there.
Just got back from lunch, man.
We just got back from lunch. We had to stop to take a lunch break because all this stuff. Simple job.
Oh my god, I couldn't believe that.
Where is this one?
That's a tack wire.
So it's on the negative side. Yeah, I got it hooked up right. Negative over there and positive over here.
Alright, now let's try it again. Now we actually have a.
Check the little plug on that one, number 2. Yeah, number 2. Number 1. What's number 2 and 3? Number 2 and 1. Oh yeah. Probably me, I probably didn't tighten this up right. Oh, there it is. We gotta fix that. Just get it down and fix it, or probably just tighten it up.
There we go.
I guess it got jarred around when we were moving it. Ooh, that sounds pretty good.
got it on a little pack. Set up. Oil pressure. 58 pounds. Oil filter. Friday. Really dim. Good timing. Alright, so we're going to run it here. We need to get the timing set. Timing light's not his issue. I have one bad timing light and one good one, so I used to. The timing sounds like it's way too far advanced. Alright, we're going to get a timing light on here. I'll bring you guys back in a minute. Let's just pause for a minute. Do you like that? I knew it sounded advanced. A little lean running. Maybe that dude, that bigger cam, doesn't like the jetting. So I might have to loosen it up a little bit. It sounds kind of lean. You jet the carb. So we'll let this run here for another 15-20 minutes, and then we'll play some tuning on it. It is running kind of lean. It's kind of got that little hit and miss fire. Other than that, it sounds good. I mean, it wants to rev, but that engine, when it hits that cam curve, it just goes right up. But we don't want to hit it too hard yet. We're gonna let it run through its break-in, and then we'll do some revs on it here in a minute. We'll bring you guys back in once we get to the end here and check it out. All right, so we pulled out the idle jet. Of course, there was something in there. Who knows? Maybe just moving it around. Looks like maybe something was in there. We're gonna put idle jet back in it, and then we've let it run for 20 minutes time, a little over that. And we pulled out the main jet. We're checking that, and we're gonna kind of get the jets right, and we'll take another look at this thing, see how it sounds. All right, so we've been doing a little bit of tuning on this thing, trying to get it right. Remember, this is a this is a good sized cam for a single port. So you can hear it's pretty rough idle. But it, how do you guys think it's gonna run in the car? Let's hear those comments. I'm gonna tell you, this motor's gonna run really good. That's what I think. For a single port, let's turn up the idle a little bit more. If it's too low, it doesn't like it. But if you don't have these things on, obviously, it's a very cool day out, so we're not really worried about the engine running hot. But you can really hear that cam. A little bit of a dead spot. I don't know if our jetting's quite right. I think we might have to up the main a little bit more. But that's how the cam is. The cam's really, it's a pretty good sized cam. It's like using a 110 in this size engine, which is a little bit big for a 16 single. It's just kind of a little ratty, but it's pretty mean. So I don't know. We put it in a car? What do you think? What if we put it in this car? Everybody ridden in this car yet? It's got a powered up 40 horse. Wonder what it'll be like in there. What do you guys think? Think we should try it? That'd be kind of fun. I think that motor's going to be pretty sound running. We just got to play with it a little bit more and kind of dial it in a little bit more, but that thing's pretty wicked for a single port. And then maybe we'll put some other parts on it. I'm going to go to the swap meet maybe this weekend, hoping maybe I'll be lucky enough to get some performance stuff, get some, what if I put some better heads, you know. I could always put the 88 cylinder slip-ons on there and put some bigger heads on it, see how that runs. And I think this thing would really, I mean, something like this, you could use this. So that's the whole idea, is you start out with a little bit bigger cam than what you really want for your engine, and then you can add to it. That's kind of my way of doing things usually, because I always over cam a little bit, and then I can always put more stuff in it. But I think this thing's actually going to run well just the way it sits. It really sounds pretty mean. Kind of idle. Look at that. Plenty of oil pressure. Yeah, I want to drive it. That'll be pretty badass. Alright, stick around. Come back for the next one. We'll see how you guys like the engine in the car. Maybe we'll put it in there and check it out. Talk to you in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And let us know what you think of this engine. You know, it's, like I said, it's a lot of parts that are used. People will go, a lot of that stuff's junk, but I don't think it is. I think actually the engine would probably run pretty good for quite a while. Get a few miles out of it, you know. You want to throw those parts away, but you couldn't sell that to a customer. You know, you couldn't, you know, do a case like that for a customer or something. But for me, why not? We use the car and drive it. All right, talk to you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe.